swapping with Jet and not playing well. Nongshim not playing well that game.
I mean, they were just set up. You talked about that cursory glance, and that kind of lets you know how they intend to work around, for this half at least, where they're on defense. Reactive plays, just, you know, coasting through. We'll see what Full Sense does. We react in kind. At the same time, they're going to play their side of things once they get into that full buy. I mean, this is where I get a bit concerned as well, Elfish. I mean, last week, Full Sense against Nongshim, 13-8. Remember that one round against Francis?
Yeah.
Frost was just pissed the hell off.
Yeah, no, I mean...
About the slow build here in this current matchup. I was hoping for things to be a little bit more explosive, but right off the get-go, it's just a little bit of pokes around. They spotted the clone going out of short. They come in with 3. Jit Boys as a 2. You could hear it in the team comms. They knew that it was a fake. They were clearing out all the initial intel gathering utility, breaking out the drones, breaking out the cameras. But as soon as the hit comes in, right, not out of the woods yet, Full Sense players like Jit Boys, even though they're out with the run it back, they can still regress. A couple players going down, but they still manage to find the trades.
They're starting to edge their way in front.
Yeah, played it safe. I mean, you kind of knew they were on side anyways, but Full Sense played it incredibly well. Just down to all the individual trades. It does come close for sure. If Cruz had not picked up, you know, just a bit more, or Premier coming back in to bail out some of his teammates, this round could have gone differently. But it's good to see Full Sense back in this sort of pounced on it. Immediately with the TP peek out of middle, they get information. It kind of forces Full Sense to apply the pressure out towards short.
Great stuff from Harvey, by the way. Those shots are clean.
He jiggles around the corner as well to allow for Crystal to swing off of his contact. Like, this is in the lead. Autumn as well towards the end there. Just truly answers the call of duty. That operator of his jumping out, swinging, picking every single frag that needs to be picked. And as well as mentioned, that the flash that comes in very nicely at the end as well. Full Sense did a very similar round where they went in all the way through the back of spawn, tried to set up some kind of a split push towards a single site. This was a variation of that, and I think G very quickly recognized into it, which is why even though they lost initial contact with like Yudotan going down, everyone else starts to pivot back towards the tree position. And you can tell he's definitely exactly what the desk was talking about. The counters, the antis, but it kind of goes back and forth, right? Because initially we saw, you know, a couple of rounds ago where Full Sense tries to send a fake off of the run it back. G immediately recognized that. They thought that it was going to be the same thing. The one thing
they can really begin.
Exactly that, isn't it? Oh my goodness. And now we're neck and neck again, Jordan. I mean, just see exactly how this whole round plays out and brings back to mind a lot of questions from stage 1, how G used to operate. Yeah, last week we saw Full Sense maybe throw. It's battling tooth and nail for every single round, but the one that puts the knife to the opponent's neck in this round would have to be GE. The way that Yudotan pounces on the opportunity. Although Autumn does well to hold and then the pivot back over onto the A site, it's down to this little play. The Hunter's Fury, he spots out Jit Boys trying to go explore the Teo or everything, but
they picked into it.
Yeah, they picked into it. I do wonder if Full Sense off of that tape have come up with anything, but that's, you know, all reserved for the upcoming ones.
Who's to say they're going to run the same thing again as well? Like, the map is really in its infancy. I don't think you can be taking the first sort of official game as gospel of, oh, this is exactly...
Walk made as much noise, Elephant feeding all throughout the map. Full Sense tries to fast flood back, but because of the turret off from top mid, G was not worried whatsoever. Sephiroth was meant to be the linchpin of that round for Full Sense, but I gotta admit, that hold from him looked kind of... It's only round 2 of the second half. He's already 3 points away from his ult. That's your boy right there.
That's my boy.
One enemy remaining.
Don't get me too excited. I might start singing the Australian national anthem.
Is that what it sounds like?
That's absolutely.
That hold around the smoke. He actually did a similar thing against Nongshim again just last week, but oh, this was a fake clone.
I mean, it sort of worked until it didn't, you know.
Nice try. Despite Autumn's best efforts at actually doing, you know, more of the damage through the smokes, Full Sense were still the ones to deliver that coup de grace against GE.
That's nice from Autumn, but unfortunately, not enough done. clean from Sephiroth. Great crosshair placement, good reaction, full sense.
You have the crosshair in the right spot. It's just off by a little bee's dick.
I mean, that's how it goes, I suppose. Sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. This round just got a little bit too chaotic, a little bit too fast. And then GE are thriving in that.
The whiff by Jit Boys as well, you're absolutely right. And I think this is what GE intended to do as well. I mean, it was a half-buy round. They went all in, trying to pick up the pace, definitely firing things up, and this
Time to use it, the game might be over.
nothing you can do, man. This is Frost's darkest timeline. This is Frost versus you versus everyone. That's his social handle, by the way, everyone. I mean, his team is now broke. That's one thing. I don't know. Really, really good.
Nice setup as well, obviously. Just sort of swinging off the contact, swinging off of one another. The coverage was nice. It's a nice crossfire there as well.
That's practically it. Despite Full Sense's best attempts, I mean, look at that little creep crawl from Jit Boys, too.
They have not delivered on this defensive side at all.
5 rounds in a row for OT. It's Premium and Operator. Oh.
Oh, Premium and Operator, he's pretty good.
Down B.
Gonna opt to take the, I would say, percentage play. Patman up over the top of the wall. Catches Kalua as he just...
Meanwhile, for Full Sense, pixel angles, but they didn't expect one to be still left around market, and that's Yudotan. They are trying to take him back. They managed to catch him, but still onto the site. Pat is up by logs.
And Blazewall holding them at bay for now. Crystal and Patman doing the same. Autumn will drop. Nuke it on the block. Sephiroth to try to keep the game alive against the clutch minister himself, Crystal. Like I said, he's been here time and time again, and now he's got the info. As Sephiroth got the idea, Crystal early damage and finishes the job. 13-7. Global Esports will take map 1.
Portions of the second half, it looks like both sides were even, but down to some parts where he's